Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video, and today we're once again back on Path of Legends, going for a Royal Champion League with 3.0 Xbow Cycle. You already know what it is, so going to be getting right into our matches, and hope we can get some nice games today. So, first things first, just wanted to say sorry for the recent inactivity. I know it's been like 4 days since I last posted. I've really been trying to be a bit more consistent, but I've just been really busy recently, honestly, so... I've been really busy with class, days have been really long, and then when I come home, I'd rather just do some other things first. Even though I love making videos, there are just some other things, like relaxing, meeting my family, spending time with my dogs, exercise, and then by the time it's night, I'm already like a bit too tired, I just chill. So it's been a while since I've, actually recorded, but I'm finally back playing. Okay, we see a Mega Knight here. Playing some more Path of Legends, going for Royal Champion League. Gonna get back to a Knight for this because I have to protect my archers. ASAP, that was a really interesting push. I don't know why he was that aggressive that early on. I think archers will survive though. Yeah, so archers are really good, as you guys can see. Like, that's why I love 3.0 being back, because archers are just so good. Gonna go for an Xbow with this one archer, and I might be able to get something happening here because his cycle should be pretty bad. I mean, he just wasted his Mega Knight, gonna skeletons for the mini P.E.K.K.A, and then I don't think he has anything good in cycle, honestly, and he's also pretty low in Elixir, considering he just went for a Night Witch Mega Knight push. So 3.0 Xbow Cycle, I say this all the time, is pretty much a really heavy punish deck, where you have to realize you have 5 full minutes in the game to get a lock, if that makes sense. So you don't need to get a lock super early on, but if they make a big mistake early on, then sure, you can actually, like right now, my opponent just made a massive mistake. I was able to defend well by cycling back to my knight, protecting my archers, and also archers just really broken right now. So I did take the opportunity to go in and punished, and that was just a really nice win. I think we already won. I assume my opponent gave up, so I guess I will cut it and get back when we find our next match. Alright guys, so found our next game against a Japanese player. Let's see what he's going to be running here. Going to give him the good luck, and pretty good sign to get an early win already. I think I'm like 4 or 5 wins away from Royal Champion. Honestly, I've not been counting. I have not been playing that much recently. But yeah, just going to Tesla for the Hog, and we do see Hog. I hope it's not Hog EQ. Okay, as soon as I say that, we see the Earthquake. So it's going to be kind of a tough matchup here, because Hog EQ is usually pretty difficult, especially when they have Giant Skeleton. Now, it's going to depend on whether he has Giant Skeleton or Val, because there has actually been a resurgence. At least Ian told me he's really happy with the return of Firecracker, playing Hog, Knight, Tesla, Firecracker. I'm not sure what he's actually playing right now. Okay, we see a Bomb Tower. Just going to go for an Xbow in the left after I split my archers, and he's not back to his Earthquake, so they should be okay. We'll find out if he has like a Queen, a Giant Skeleton, or what other Xbow counters he has, and I can go from there. Okay, Giant Skeleton's going to be really annoying, because again, it's just, it's just a huge tank that just clogs up the lane. Going to go for Knight for the Giant Skelly, but sadly Queen's going to take care of my Xbow. If Knight was tanking for the Queen, might have been better, but I'd rather have waited for the Giant Skelly to cross the bridge, so my tower would target it too. Just going to Ice Spirit Skeletons on this Queen, though. Really nice play, as you guys can see, and if they don't actually activate ability in time, it'll actually pretty much full counter the Queen. His activate ability last second, but I can just log, I believe. I don't have to respond to that, so that's like one of the most cost-efficient, in fact, it is by definition the most cost-efficient way to full defend a Queen. Just Ice Spirit Skeletons, ASAP, double drop them. It's a play I love to make. They can predict it with a pre-log, but yeah, it's usually really nice if you can get away with it. Gonna go for Xbow and Knight. He's not back to Giant Skelly or his Queen, so it should be okay. He goes for the Quake, but they should be a lock. Yes, it is, so really nice. Does go for a log. Gonna Ice Spirit, and Knight should actually get 1 or 2 hits on the tower as well, so yeah, 2 hits, 3 hits. Okay, that is huge, and Ice Spirit, so really nice punish there, basically because my opponent was a bit too aggressive. And like I said, Xbow is just one of those decks, so especially when you notice you're against a hard matchup, it can be pretty effective to get a nice lock in single, because that way you can just have the pace for the entire match. For example, right now I'm not going to say I already won, but if I play perfectly, I already won, because I punished in single, and I have a really nice lead, and it's a really tough matchup, but I just have to defend well the whole game, so I'm just going to be trying to show you guys, I guess, how you defend against Hog EQ for the next 3 minutes. Going to Ice Spirit to hold this Hog in place. As you can see, I went archers in the left so that they can go and support my Xbow. Really nice segue into an Xbow push. And then just going to log this Queen back. This should be a lock. It is. And then log doesn't do that much knockback anymore, so it's actually pretty tough to retarget stuff off your Xbow these days. But still, just log while the Queen's in ability, just to, stall it for a bit longer and maximize my Xbow connection. Goes for Giant Skelly, predicting an Xbow for some reason, or I don't know what that was about actually, but I'm just going to Tesla. As you guys can see, very key here is the anti-EQ high Tesla. My opponent is constantly having to go for Earthquakes up high, take care of the Tesla. Goes for a NATO as well. Okay, that makes sense why his cycle is a bit weird. He has a NATO in here, which he can like never use. Gonna go for an Xbow because this Knight plus Archers push is actually gonna be pretty daunting for him. Gonna Archers as well, and that should pretty much be GG. So yeah, pretty much a perfect game against Hog EQ. He gives a good game too. So yeah, just punish in single, punish in double, and just defended all the Hogs really well. So really nice win. Let's get right into the next one. Alright guys, found our next match against Alan Lonzales, so let's see what he's going to be running here. Going to Ice Spirit to start things out. One of my favorite starting plays because it's only one Elixir. We see another Ice Spirit, so okay, we do see the Goblins too. So Ice Spirit Goblins could be some kind of Mortar deck, could also be Minor Rocket. Just going to go for an Xbow, and Skeletons predict. Oh, he goes for Bomb Target Knight in time. Hopefully I got it down in time. Okay, nice, really good reaction time actually, because I didn't want to pre-Knight in case he did something else, but since I went Skeletons, I was able to react. Going to Ice Spirit, log this Minor. And like I said, single Elixir is important against pretty much any deck. So, oh, actually, I log clips the Ice Spirit. I went Prediction Archers to try and catch the Ice Spirit, but looks like my log actually clipped it already. And he actually gave the good game and just logged in the middle. Is he actually just going to give up? That would be kind of crazy. I mean, our first match, it's been like 6 minutes in the video so far, and we've already gotten 3 wins. Okay, I think we actually, wow, he poisons King, so I guess we already won. This is crazy, but I guess Royal Champion is not going to be that hard. Okay, I'm just going to go for the Xbow, and I guess since my opponent actually gave up, I will cut it and get back at you guys when we find the next match. This is kind of crazy. Alright guys, we found another game against another Japanese player. Let's see what he's going to be running. Coming off of 3 very quick wins somehow. I mean, the Hog one was okay, but the other 2 were just kind of ridiculous. We do see an E-Spirit. Okay, so probably some kind of cycle deck. Just going to split my archers in the back, something I like to do at the start. And I'm going to go for an Xbow opposite to the Hunter, just to find out what he has. You know, it's probably going to be Royal Giant. Yeah, there it is, because E-Spirit Hunter is pretty much always RG, but actually, there's one reason I wanted to Expo there, because if I starting handed him and he didn't have RG and Cycle, I might have gotten a huge lock. But since he did have RG and Cycle, obviously my Expo is going to die, but I can just kind of defend and not take any chip, and actually Knight might get 1 hit on tower if I'm lucky, and it does. Wow, that's actually kind of crazy. Okay, so I'm just going to try and Skeleton surround this Ghost, and then Ice Spirit too. Oh, he does go for a pre-log, so really good that I went for the Ice Spirit, because now I can go for Archers, and I just had a feeling he might do like an E-Spirit or a log on the Skeletons. Usually that's a pretty good play to make, but if you're aware of that, then you can counter the play yourself, and so for me, Ice Spirit was just kind of preventative there, and then I was able to react in time with my Archers splitting them, so they were able to defend the Ghost. Just going to activate King off the E-Spirit, even though I don't really need to take that E-Spirit chip. I feel like, you know, in some event, it could always be helpful to have an activated King, you know, against, say, a Stray Royal Ghost, or maybe like Fisherman, I don't know. And okay, I actually just missed the Hunter with the Fireball. I could have actually just lost the game for that, so I'm gonna have to full defend, because now I think he's gonna RG. Goes Fisher to the back. Oh, he's definitely setting up for like a big RG punish, so I'm gonna have to full defend and just chill. That was a really bad Fireball. Do not try that at home. Yeah, Phoenix, he's definitely going to RG in front of this, so I think I'm going to stack my Archers, and then Knight as well. Let's see, actually let's the Fisherman go up. Okay, I'm kind of surprised by that. Gonna Ice Spirit for the Fisher. Okay, I actually messed that up, oops. Okay, I don't know why he didn't RG there. I feel like he should have, because I missed a Fireball. Like, I just wasted 4 Elixir, so I definitely think that would have been a good opportunity, but I also did have a way to defend, I guess, so I guess, you know, we take it. We're going into double with a decent lead. This time I'm going to Fireball and make sure I don't miss the Hunter. But yeah, you notice how I have only really played 1 Expo in single in this RG matchup. I feel like I'm getting really good at the RG matchup as well. Like, I'm really just getting better at some matches, which is a great feeling, actually. But yeah, just going to log, and then you pretty much want to play single really passively, unless they overcommit. Going to Fireball the Phoenix and just kind of Fireball Cycle here, because this is probably RG Lightning. We haven't seen a Fireball or Lightning yet, but based on how he's playing, definitely going to be some kind of Lightning, in my opinion. Going to Tesla up high, Ice Spirit. Okay, bad Ice Spirit, because I missed the RG. Gonna have to get back to a Knight for all of this, I think, to protect my Archers. Actually, I don't need to. Nice. So I took some chip, but I mean, I was able to do okay. Gonna Expo, because he's not back to his RG or Lightning. This should be a pretty good punish, all things considered. And then if he's not back to his RG, we'll get a lock. Okay, gonna Fireball the Hunter. He has to get an RG down last second. Goes for a Ghost instead, which means he's not getting back to an RG, so I can actually probably get a lock here. If I'm lucky, gonna Skeletons for the Ghost. Log it back as well, and then, okay, sadly we don't get a connection. I really wanted one, but as you guys can see, since I went for the Fireball on the Hunter and the Log, I was able to still get some tower damage, and my opponent was not, right? So that's just kind of the difference, where I'm just slowly chipping him out. Gonna Fireball the Phoenix again, just Spell Cycle, and you never really want to go same lane against RG, I would say, but in this case, this is how I'm trying to do it, you know, just, I'm trying a lot of new strategies right now. Gonna Knight in front of the Hunter. I don't want to let the Expo die to a 4 Elixir Hunter. Want to make him actually work for defending this Expo, so we can't really afford to make a huge RG push. Gonna stack Archers in the lane of the RG. Also notice how I'm basically stacking my Archers against the RG so that I can get a lot of DPS on it, and then since he has a lightning, he can't actually do too much against it. So yeah, really nice stuff, and then Archer will actually take care of the Phoenix. You might go for another RG, because that's why they go RG in the back. They can also outcycle your Tesla if you go Tesla late, so I'm definitely a bit wary of that. Gonna stack Archers preemptively, and yep, had a feeling I'd go for the RG, so just gonna log. As you guys can see though, I'm already back to another Tesla. Gonna Skeletons, and I don't know if I have to Knight. Honestly, I don't think I have to. Just gonna Xbow in the left, because he just committed quite a lot, and also because I know he has a lightning in here, I do not want him to be able to lightning my weak side tower, aka the right tower, and the Xbows. That's why I'm going for my Xbows on offense in the left, even though I have all my damage in the right. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys, because and this is why I actually say you should go opposite lane in this matchup, even though I'm pretty much planning to win in the right lane, because I already have all my damage there. I'm just pressuring in the left so that I can force him to not go for huge pushes, and we're actually winning in both lanes right now. I don't know how, like, I'm actually usually really hate this matchup, but I'm playing it really well, so we take those, I guess. Gonna log Ice Spirit to hold the RG in place, and then that should be fully defended. Goes for a lightning, so this is the perfect opportunity to punish with an offensive Xbow. No RG in cycle, no lightning in cycle. He actually just lets it lock on, I guess. We didn't even have enough elixir for the RG in time. Gonna get back to a log to clip the E-Spirit, because E-Spirit will retarget, and he just gives a good game, so that's gonna be a GG. Perfect win. I'm actually so proud of this one, because I actually really hate this matchup, and I might have exaggerated it before on Twitter. I said it's the by definition 100-0 matchup for RG. I do think if I was playing RG, I would never lose this matchup, but still, you know, I'm pretty proud of this win. And I guess Archer's buff was a big deal, you know, just having all that DPS. And again, stacking Archers against Lightning is a big thing, because he can't actually take care of Archers, if you guys notice, unless he goes for like E-Spirit log. But yeah, really nice win against a really tough matchup, I would say, so we definitely take those. Alright guys, found our next match against LA Bay. I think I am 2 wins away now from Royal Champion. I'm actually not really counting, but yeah, just gonna give my opponent good luck back. And Ice Spirit, I haven't lost a single game so far, so, you know, looking pretty good so far. Gonna log the Goblins. We're seeing a fair amount of Goblins, actually. I think the RG player just now had Goblins too. Goblins, Phoenix gonna go for Archers. This could be Mortar. If it's Mortar, that would be pretty bad, because I know there's like a Mortar deck going around with Archers, Goblins. We do see a Fireball as well. Okay, so Goblins, Phoenix, Fireball. Not sure what this is actually. I like I said, I've been really busy with class and stuff, so I actually have not played much Clash Royale. So I'm actually not too familiar with the meta, like, being honest, so we will see. Okay, Archers, that is looking really bad, though, because I think it's going to be really hard to get a lock, like, no matter what deck this is, because Archers are a great counter to Xbow. We see a Fisherman. Oh, it's going to be wait, this might be RG Monk? Oh, God, if it is, then... Okay, this is going to be, like, my first time or second time ever going against RG Monk. I have not played against the matchup at all so far, recently at least. So we do see the Phoenix as well. I think I played against like once or twice max this season, so I don't have much experience with this matchup. But again, you know, I know he has RG, I know he has Monk. I'm not going to Expo, I'm going to go for a Tesla, I'm going to be passive. Goes for an RG in the back, going to Expo now. As you guys can see, I was just kind of being annoying and just chilling, and then he got more annoyed, I guess, and went for an RG in the back. So you can't just be impatient with your Expos. You have to be patient and passive, and, you know, just see how things go. And then Monk's actually going to get taken out if I can Ice Spirit, and then Expo will get taken out too because the RG. But I'm going to try and defend this, going to Knight and Log. I think I'll take like 2 RG hits maybe, so that's really bad. Goes for Fisherman as well, so that is annoying for sure. Because I'm going to take a ton of damage. I'm down a lot right now. This is obviously really bad. But I think he can Expo because he is actually not back to his RG. Nor is... Actually, he is back to RG, but he shouldn't have enough Elixir. He's definitely not back to his Monk. Okay, going to go Ice Spirit on the Goblins. Take them out instantly because I need this lock so badly. And we do get a lock. Oh my god, he almost got bailed out by triple, or by double rather, but he didn't. Just barely. So we do get a connection, which is huge. You know, I took a lot of damage, but at least I got some back. He gives a well played. I will take that. I think it was. Okay, Fireball, really aggressive. And I guess it makes sense, but at the same time, you know, that's my healthier side tower, so even though they have a Fireball, sometimes you can still stack Archers. Gonna go for an Expo. Okay, he goes for a Monk. I'm actually gonna Fireball the Monk. Okay, I tried to drag the Fireball. I dragged the Expo on accident, but thankfully I was still able to get the Fireball down. That was annoying if I went for an Expo into a Monk as a misclick. But yeah, just gonna Knight. Goes RG the back, so at this point I'm thinking I'm just gonna Spell Cycle and be pretty passive. Also, since he has a Fireball, I can't really stack my Archers as much, because, I mean, I can, but I don't want to do it all the time, so I'm just going to split them sometimes, and that'll be okay. I give him decent Fireball value on my 1 Archer plus Expo, but as you guys can see, you know, still doing okay, and forcing him to Fireball in the lane. He does not want a Fireball, that's why you have the anti-Fireball Expo placement, so yeah, really good stuff. Gonna Fireball the Fisherman. As you guys can see, I'm just Spell Cycling him out at this point, and he has a Fireball, not actually a Lightning, so he doesn't have a great way to get damage. I'm going to go for a knight for the monk, and then if he goes ability, that's fine. I mean, he's actually getting a fair amount of damage here, which is a bit annoying, but I'm still winning. He goes for an archer. You're going to archers up high, far high, so he can't get a fireball on the archers plus tower. And if he overcommits to this, I can expo. In fact, I'm going to expo either way because he's probably going to overcommit. Going to log the archers back, and he goes for fisherman. I think he's not back to a monk, so if I can just defend this, I should get a lock and probably get the game. Nice, we get a lock, so he goes for a late fireball. As you guys can see, he did not have enough for a monk. Oh, my alarm just went off. Okay, 1 sec. But yeah, we basically got a really, really nice win there against RG Monk. We basically played that almost perfectly, and I don't want to, like, you know, keep tooting my own horn, but I'm actually getting much better. He lets the knight get hits for some reason, so... But yeah, as you guys can see, I just spell cycled, I played super passive, and went Xbows to punish instead of just spamming Xbows, and I think that's really how you want to play against a super hard matchup like this. You can't just spam Xbows because you will just lose momentum, you will lose overall. So yeah, we definitely take that on a log. Fireball, perfect win against RG Monk. People were asking for this matchup, I think, so hopefully that helps you guys out. I believe we are now 1 win away from Royal Champion, my bad, not gonna jump the gun that much, but yeah, really nice win, 1 win away from Royal Champion, really nice win against a tough matchup there with RG Monk. So yeah, we're gonna go for the final win, hopefully we can get it, let's see how things go. So yeah, let's look for the next match. I'm not gonna cut this time, because, you know, only 1 win away, and we found our game against Triton, so let's see what he's gonna be running. Hopefully we can get a pretty nice win here, and just get an undefeated video to Royal Champion, that would be amazing. Okay, so Lumberjack into my Ice Spirit, gonna log, and then Knight. I think I didn't have Skeletons in Cycle, unfortunately, would have loved to go Skeletons, but it's all good. Rage comes down, that's okay. Okay, E-Drag, gonna go for an Xbow. This is definitely gonna be Golem, so Xbow opposite is integral and single. Goes for a mini P.E.K.K.A, gonna skeletons, archers as well. I believe I actually did get a small lock here if I played that correctly, although Bar Barrel is gonna be really annoying, but yeah, small lock, and as you guys can see, I did not overcommit with the Ice Spirit on that. I could have, but I think it would be higher value for me to activate King off this E-Drag, which will be a huge help for the rest of this game. It's gonna go for an Ice Spirit on the second rhythm of the E-Drag's attack. That's what I love to do, if you guys didn't know, because I feel like I don't want to mess anything up. I like to play as well as I can, so I don't want to go for activation off the first E-Drag hit if I can help it. So I wait for the first attack to come, get into the rhythm of activating, and then I go for the activation. As you guys can see, worked out pretty well there. So yeah, just going to fireball the pump, and then I'm going to get right to Xbow because, yeah, he's going to Golem the back, so this is going to be kind of tough, but if I can Xbow and punish and get the tower while also defending, I'll pretty much have won the game. But obviously that's a huge, that's a tall order, that's like a big thing if I can even do it. Goes E-Drag. I think I'm debating if I should go for a Tesla to snipe the E-Drag or just let it go. I think I'm going to let it go because I think Tesla up high would be a bit too vulnerable. It's going to Knight, and then... Actually, that's perfect. Tesla still hits the E-Drag first. As you guys can see, I placed my Knight perfectly, so the E-Drag does not chain from the Knight to the Tesla. And then Archers stacked are going to be really helpful on defense. Going to Skeletons to distract the Phoenix a bit longer. As you guys can see, pretty much perfect defense there. I'll take like 1 Phoenix hit, but pretty much flawless defense. I think I can go in off this one archer. He's not back to his golem, so I don't know what he has for this. Actually, he has a mini... Oh, I just realized I messed up. He has a mini P.E.K.K.A. I don't have skeletons in cycle. If I had skeletons, this would have been a lock, but obviously I didn't, so that was actually a bad expo. Wow, that sucks, because I thought that was a really good opportunity to punish, but what some people don't think about all the time is that your cycle actually plays a big part too. So I didn't have skeletons in cycle, and I knew he had mini P.E.K.K.A. in cycle, so even though he was down Elixir at an archer counter pushing, I could not actually get the huge punch I wanted there because I didn't have a great counter to the mini P.E.K.K.A. given my Elixir at the time, if that makes sense. So I probably should have just chilled, maybe gone for an expo when I was higher on Elixir. Then I could have afforded the Knight, but yeah, anyway, goes for an E-Drag. I think I want a Tesla to snipe the E-Drag if I can. Might not be the best. Okay, yeah, actually that might not have been the best Tesla. Actually, it was okay, I think. Gonna log the egg off to make sure it gets taken out. Tower's on the E-Drag, which is very clutch, and then I'm gonna go for an Xbow because he just committed a lot. As you guys can see, the activated King is paying dividends right now. Gonna Knight to cut the Lumberjack out of Xbow range, and just like that, that's a perfect Xbow lock. That's gonna be GG, so a bit tight there at the end, but activated King came in so clutch, and that was a flawless game. Actually, not really flawless, I took a lot of damage, but still, perfect game. For the most part, you know, did everything I had to do, punished the pump, and still defended, and then got a nice lock. Nice Knight as well at the end to pull the Lumberjack out of Xbow range to get the connection, and that is going to be Royal Champion League, so we will definitely take that, you know, undefeated video, let's go. Champion wildcard, I don't really need it, but I will still take it, and Royal Champion is a nice feeling, so a lot of steps to go for Ultimate Champion, but I am getting there slowly but surely. I have not been playing much, as I said, but still, you know, playing really well. I found that when I take a break, I play, like, really well. Except I beat this RG Lightning Giant Skeleton EQ deck. That was ridiculous. nice. But yeah, I haven't lost in a while actually, so really nice stuff. And again, I don't know why, but as I've been like playing less, I feel like I just play better when I come back. But that's pretty much going to be for the video, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.